Every time he comes here.
Oh, yeah, we've met before, haven't we? What's your name, sir?
Marty.
Marty. Hi, Marty. How are you? How have you been? It's been like 3 or 4 years since she's been here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you haven't been here since either. Okay, thank you.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay. We'll move along then.
I was here once.
Really? Really? And was I on?
I think so.
Okay, thanks. I don't even know what you do here in Cambridge.
Real estate management.
Real estate management. I did that for like 6 months or so as like a temp job, and boy, I was just my hats off to you. I don't know if you know real estate management. Basically, landlords have a lot of money and don't have to worry about the tenants, so they hire real estate management. So every crazy tenant and every crazy landlord calls you and goes like, "My heat smells funny. Do something." I'm just like, "All right, we'll call someone." I don't know. But something my hats off to you. Which real estate management company, do we know?
I work for myself, I also do development.
Really? You do development? I'm about to peek up now. I will take the cheapest joke I can to get out of this. If you're new to comedy and you hear one person laugh like that, doesn't mean one person found it funny. It means it's a comedian laughing, that's not his ass dying on stage. This young lady, you may know if you know Marty. I don't know if you know about her, but she hasn't been here in, I guess, about 3 or 4 years.
Oh, not that long.
Really? What do you think?
You're making me sound a lot older than I am.
I'm making me sound older. What do you think it's been? It's been a couple years. Because you did the National Atheist Convention, and that was about 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, you didn't want me back, so you had better things to do.
I had better things to do. Look around you. I'm in the attic of the Hong Kong telling jokes. I don't know if you heard who died recently. The guy who developed the Segway. They had a barium standing up. Our next performer is right there. We've already been talking to her. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Sarah Trachtenberg.
That's what happens when undersexed, middle-aged men get to talking. I love legal seafoods too. I met this young woman at a party, I think it was at your place, Jay. And the subject of legal seafoods came up. This one woman says, "I don't like it. It's pretentious. And furthermore, it smells like fish." Yeah, my husband couldn't make it tonight. He was afraid of missing Letterman. Wanted to see a real comedian. Speaking of which, who here likes TV? Yeah. It's one of those things you're not supposed to admit to liking to. That's why people kind of looked around first and then went, no, clearly I'm not the only one who likes TV. I love Family Guy and The Simpsons. I'm not the only one. I know that a lot of you have big screen TVs, expensive plasmas, HD. I've seen students in dorms with wide screens that take up half the room, which sometimes still isn't saying much. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. I remember that. People spend hundreds of dollars a year on cable, HBO costs extra, and yet nobody will admit to watching TV. Oh no, I have a life. Clearly somebody's watching it. We had to cut our cable because we needed the money. We're saving about $80 a month, and that was fine with me because I watch most of my shows online or on DVDs. So having no cable meant having no TV service. I could live with that. Andy wanted to keep watching Letterman. So, that's sad. Yeah. This is what men do to avoid snuggling with their wives at night. They watch Letterman. It's the biggest cliche. Because it's true. So he goes out and buys a what? Yeah, that's right, antenna, as in old-timey bunny ears, I kid you not. I said, are those even still legal? Isn't there some kind of statute of limitations on bunny ear antenna? So he hooks it up to the TV, and he's futzing around with it, trying desperately to get a signal. He's going to, it's sort of like that scene from The Karate Kid where they're on those posts. I keep waiting for him to break out the masking tape and the coat hangers like we used to do back in the 80s. So he's doing, I can almost get CBS. I can kind of get. And I said, Andy, could you move the antenna at least so that it doesn't block the screen? No, I can't. It's the only place where it works. This is the best he can do. And I said, Andy, are you going to tell the Joneses about this? Put the box the antenna came in out on the curb so we can have status trash? Oh, the Claymans are doing pretty well for themselves. I said, can we return that to Best Buy? He said, no. Daddy would never let you go. Yeah, TV, there's this YouTube station I like whose slogan is, we watch Fox News so you don't have to. People on Fox News are my favorite comedians. I'm sure a lot of you have heard how Bill O'Reilly, he had, one of my Facebook friends is atheist, David Silverman, on the show. Basically to give the atheist a good old ass whomping. And Bill O'Reilly proved, with bulletproof, staggering ignorance, that God exists. I'm sure you all remember, tide comes in, tide goes out, never a miscommunication. Sun goes up, sun goes down, never a miscommunication. You know, you can't get a better comedian than that. It's awesome. So this has sort of become a catchphrase in the atheist community. You know, we're gonna use this for a long time. I love it when people are biblical literates and they do all these mental calisthenics to try to make these fantastic stories plausible. I think my favorite is fitting all the animals on Noah's Ark, which, by the way, includes dinosaurs. We're talking brontosauruses, Tyrannosaurus rexes. Who will be happy here were vegetarians, I think, until after the flood. Or maybe it was after the fall of Eden. When did they start eating meat? Well, on the Ark, so what I love most is people who theorize how he fit on all the animals. Oh, that's easy. He shrunk them down. You know, kind of like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honey, I Shrunk the Ecosystem. I don't know how he got them back to life. You know, maybe he dipped them in water like those little sponge capsules. The Bible never explains in the Noah flood story what happens with all the non-animal life. What about the plants? What about the fungi? It also never explains about sea animals. You know, I've asked, you know, what about whales? They're happy in the water, right? But it does say each animal. Actually, one thing that Christian fundamentalists conveniently forget is that it doesn't say 2 of each animal. It says 7 pairs of each animal. So now you need to shrink down 7 pairs of each animal. And if you don't, the ark has to be 7 frickin' times bigger. This guy who's like 400 years old is building a ship single-handedly. I don't think his sons helped. His sons were ne'er-do-wells. Those of you who remember the story, or at least Ham, the black one, because the Bible's frickin' racist. Look it up. So this one old guy, 400 Bible years, built it himself. Somehow the animals shrink down. He collects them all from all over the world. After the flood, drops off the marsupials in Australia. Beautiful. Have a nice evening, everyone.
My girlfriend likes Fallon. More than I do. Any questions at this point?